You will see people soaring through the air as you shop for or look to grab a bite to eat at the Mercato in North Naples. Professional and amateur pole vaulters will showcase their skills in the middle of the street when the 4th annual pole vault in the plaza returns.
Looks like fun, and all of this to help grow the sport and benefit St. Matthew's House. Wing Sports reporter Zach Oliveri has the details.
Madison Bates never thought pole vaulting was going to be her sport of choice.
I was always a gymnast growing up, and my dream was to go Division I in gymnastics, and just to see where I've ended up now is crazy.
Thanks to one conversation, the athletic journey for the Naples High School grad changed.
I ran cross country my freshman year of high school. I hated it, and the track coach introduced me to the pole vault coach because she knew I was a gymnast, and I just loved it ever since.
Before Bates competes collegiately at Southeastern University, she's got one more event close to home, the pole vault in the plaza.
A lot of people don't know about the sport, and it's an odd sport, I do have to say, and it shows people like the reality of pole vaulting and what it really is.
And these pole vaulters, professional and amateur, will be jumping through the air in the middle of Mercato.
It's fun to just see like the whole community and all the different ages and experiences of people jump at the same time. It's really special.
The vaulters strive for new heights, all to help raise money for St. Matthew's House.
Their willingness to partner with us and help build this great event and help raise money for their amazing cause, which is a great fit for us.
I'm definitely not chasing for a PR, but I'm trying to just have fun.
Vaulting for fun and for a good cause. Zach Oliveri, Wink Sports.
And the Elite Division competes Friday from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, amateurs go from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. As you watch the vaulters, you can also participate in a silent auction and raffle, all to support St. Matthew's House.
You know, there's a lot of things that you look at in sports, you think, well, maybe I could do that, you know, run or swim or whatever. I could not do that. I cannot pole vault. I don't even know how they do it.
No way. I made a joke last year and asked Zach to do it, and he said maybe this year, so we'll see how hard it is if Zach tries.
All right, come on, Zach. All right, there's more for looking to hire someone to help with your finances. Stick around. We have some tips after the break.
I thought I was supposed to walk.
It says it's a turn. It says yeah.
Turn?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2. 2 submerged car deaths just days apart, both of them in Cape Coral. The first claiming the lives of a young boy and his father, and the second... Okay, here we go. 3, 2. 2 submerged car deaths just days apart, both of them in Cape Coral. The first claiming the lives of a young boy and his father, and the second, a woman when her car crashed earlier this morning into a canal and was pulled from that water. We hear from witnesses who were on scene when it happened.
This is what's going to be in the monitor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Count yourself in.
3, 2. A homeowner says his field adjuster was the only one who got the damage estimate right after Ian. Now the insurance company is suing the adjuster. Wink investigates the accusations and what can protect you.
Well, all new.
Taking a look at Wall Street today, and you can see kind of an up and down day, but it did end up on the downside, down about 108 points today. Stocks of Tesla took a drop today, and that kind of helped bring things down there at the end of the day. Again, the Dow now sits at 42,319.
Well, all new at 4 and only on Wink, we talked to the first high-profile Democrat to announce a run for Florida governor. Today, David Jolly threw his name in the ring. Wink News anchor Claire Galt just got done speaking to the former U.S. representative. Now, Claire, Jolly was a Republican in Congress.
Annette, he left the Republican Party in 2018. In Congress, he was a moderate and a never-Trumper. Now, Florida, as we know, is overwhelmingly red. We have not had a Democratic governor in decades. So I asked Jolly, is a win possible? What do you believe it will take for a Democrat to become Florida's governor? Hasn't happened since '94. Why do you believe you're the person who can change that?
Yeah, it's a great question. Look, there are not enough Democratic voters in Florida to elect a Democratic governor. This has to be a campaign that looks and feels different. But here's the most important thing about this race. This is a governor's race about the affordability crisis. It's not about Donald Trump. It's arguably not even about Ron DeSantis. It's about reducing insurance, investing in public education, true property tax reform that includes revenue to pay for the services we need, and returning Florida to a state where everyone is welcomed and everyone is lifted up.
When we talk about the affordable housing crisis and insurance issues, what do you think the first step is to actually solving those things?
It's a state catastrophic fund that removes hurricane coverage from the private market and fully puts it into a state-backed cap fund. We have to fund that cap fund, right? So is it through hotel taxes, stamp taxes, dock taxes on real estate transactions? One way we can do it is require both insurance companies and other companies in Florida to keep their profits in state, not to send the profits out of state and just declare losses here.
So I asked Jolly how he actually plans to get that message out, especially to overwhelmingly Republican areas like Southwest Florida.
We have to have hard conversations about crime and immigration. We also have to be Democrats that go in and speak to the faith community about our values, go into the ag communities about why tight labor markets are a result of DeSantis's immigration policy. We have to talk to gun owners, say you're not the problem, but our gun laws are. We're trying to save your kids just like ours. We got to go into South Florida and condemn communism and socialism. So part of it is Democrats have to do a few things we haven't done before, but ultimately we just have to draw a contrast with where Republican politicians are right now, because they've created an affordability crisis and they've made people feel unwelcome. And I'm not sure that's a place where people want to be in Florida.
Now, Jolly is not the first Republican turned Democrat to run for Florida governor. In 2022, Ron DeSantis' biggest challenger, Charlie Crist, did the same thing. Do you think you'll have to battle being compared to Charlie Crist, who also switched parties, suffered a big loss?
Yeah, I will, but I take a very different approach. You know, Charlie always said, I didn't change. I have no regrets. I didn't leave the party left me. That's not my story. I left the party. I grew. I changed. My journey happened over a decade. And guess what? I think a lot of voters have changed over a decade as well. If we're honest, since Donald Trump came on the scene, a lot of people's politics have changed.
Now already, Jolly's biggest competitor in the race, Republican Congressman Byron Donalds, has come out swinging. He posted on X here that Florida is Trump country and said he is proud to be endorsed by the president. Tonight on Wake News at 5, Jolly's response to this. Back to you.
President Trump speaks with Chinese President Xi Jinping amid their ongoing trade war. I'm Erica Brown at the White House with more on the call and the widening rift between Trump and Elon Musk over his massive spending bill.
The town of Fort Myers Beach discussed putting the San Carlos Island community under their umbrella. But at the planning and management meeting, things have changed. I'll explain that next.
In part by the injury law experts at Farah & Farah.
If you're hurt and have no car, we'll help you seek a rental from the insurance company. And we'll do it for no extra fee. Call Farah & Farah.
Some things are just better at home, like picking out new floors. For a limited time, get up to 40% off your entire project during our June savings event. Our experts bring the showroom to you, so you can see samples right in your space. That's Empire's Home Floor Advantage. Don't miss your chance to save on select styles fully installed. Call or visit EmpireToday.com for your free in-home consultation.
800-588-2300 Today.
Ready? Smile.
Ready or not, here I come!
And live. Ready and walk.
Breathe out.
Ready, Grandpa?
I'm ready.
Ready and...
Say cheese! Cheese! There you go.
Are you ready?
People ask us, what's a credit union? Well, let me tell you what Achieva is. We're a financial institution working for its members for almost a century. That work could be a savings account, a new credit card, an auto loan, a first mortgage, or helping you with a new business. But Achieva is more than that. We're community champions helping hands and building dreams, because we're complete when we're together. So what is Achieva? We're banking for good. We're banking for you.
Barbara B. Mann Performing Arts Hall presents 40 Sparkling Seasons, sponsored by Fifth Third Bank. See 6 national touring Broadway shows like Back to the Future, the musical, at Barbara B. Mann in Fort Myers. Get season tickets today at bbmanpah.com.
There is no technology that comes anywhere near the precision of the light adjustable lens technology. We have the ability to change the power of the lens in the eye non-invasively.
Brandt's Eye Care, creating better vision.
Covering Southwest Florida, the team that's first, fair, everywhere. This is Wink News at 4.
A big win for an island community that thought it would be annexed. Today, the Fort Myers Beach Town Council gave the thumbs down for annexation of San Carlos Island. Hello, I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Annette Montgomery in for Amanda Hall. Now, the town once believed the change would help both communities. Wink News reporter Jillian Haggerty joins us from San Carlos Island. Jillian, why were locals against annexation?
Well, Annette, when I was speaking with locals here on San Carlos Island, they tell me when they originally heard the idea, they were very passionate to say no to it. They tell me they're a very tight-knit community. I mean, take this view, for example, you're facing the Fort Myers Beach side, but they feel even though they're located in unincorporated Lee County, the local government does do a good job, so they felt this change could have been slightly unnecessary, and they said they would have fought it. Fort Myers Beach Town Council members are no longer discussing bringing San Carlos Island into their mix.
I feel relieved because I don't really think we're ready for that to happen.
We don't now, we can just drink cold beer and have fun.
Those are two perspectives of locals who have lived on San Carlos Island for decades. They told me relief is an understatement. Town Council member John King had high hopes for this idea. He said it would have given those locals a chance to no longer be labeled as unincorporated Lee County and to have a closer local government.
Folks on San Carlos Island, that they don't feel represented at times from Lee County because they're in unincorporated Lee County. In my mind, this gives them a chance, it would have given them a chance to have local government closer.
And just to give you a better perspective how close these islands really are, I'm going to set a timer on my phone while we go over the Matanzas Pass Bridge to show you how quickly it takes us to get to Fort Myers Beach. Just 1 minute island to island. I asked Kenneth Fish, why would this be negative, neighboring so closely?
Satisfied being under the Lee County rules and management, and I just didn't really feel we needed another layer of government.
Now, the town wants San Carlos Island to have a say in this annexation since people on San Carlos Island were not happy with it. Now, FMB decided to not move forward with this idea, and like you heard, locals are feeling pretty relieved that's the case. But for now, reporting live on San Carlos Island, Jillian Haggerty, Wink News.
Hi, Jillian, thanks. Investigators working to find out why a crane collapsed, killing 2 construction workers. It happened on the construction site for a hospital in Merritt Island Wednesday afternoon. The victims' identities have not been released. Investigators are looking at whether weather was a factor in that collapse.
Well, President Trump says he had a very good talk with China's president this morning, adding that the U.S. is in good shape regarding a trade deal. Now, the comments came as the president sat with Germany's chancellor in the Oval Office.
With cameras rolling, the president also weighed in on the war in Ukraine, his travel ban, and Elon Musk attacks on his budget bill. Wing News reporter Erica Brown has the latest from the White House.
President Trump welcomed German Chancellor Friedrich Merz to the White House shortly after his high-stakes phone call with China's President Xi Jinping.
We had a very good talk, and we've straightened out any complexity. It's very complex.
The president said the two leaders agreed to resume trade talks, which have recently stalled.
We have a deal with China, as you know, but we were straightening out some of the points, having to do mostly with rare earth.
During the Oval Office meeting Thursday, the German leader said the U.S. is in a position to pressure Russia to end the war in Ukraine.
I told the president before we came in that he is the key person in the world who can really do that.
President Trump had this response.
Sometimes you're better off letting them fight for a while and then pulling them apart.
President Trump, who is trying to get his massive budget bill through the Senate, also expressed his disappointment with Elon Musk. The Tesla CEO's role as a special government employee recently ended, and he's become a vocal critic of what Trump calls his one big beautiful bill.
Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and which was a lot of money for electric vehicles.
Musk shot back in a series of posts on X, writing such ingratitude and claiming without him, Trump would have lost the election, and that his issue with the bill is the massive spending, not EV credits. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Erica, thanks. President Trump also discussed his new travel ban that goes into effect on Monday. He announced it following an attack in Colorado by an Egyptian national, but the ban does not include Egypt. When asked why, the president responded that the U.S. works with Egypt very closely and, quote, they have things under control.
Newly revealed diary entries give insight into suspect Luigi Mangioni's state of mind leading up to the December murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. New court filings show police recovered a red notebook when he was arrested. An entry inside says, quote, I finally feel confident about what I will do. The details are coming together, and I don't feel any doubt about whether it's right justified. Mangioni's entries also shed light on his focus on public opinion and how he intended to gain widespread support through the alleged killing.
Well, as we take a look outside, we're still seeing gray skies across Southwest Florida. I'll tell you if that means rainfall's heading our way coming up in just a few minutes.
A new way to make it around your community safely, where the path will go and when you'll be able to use it.
And this football star is known for his moves on the gridiron, and he hits a major milestone in life, graduation. The celebration and other milestones he has hit.
When my car insurance got too expensive, I had to try a different approach. But now that I found affordable insurance, nothing can burst my bubble.
With savings of up to 25%, Direct Auto lets you stop compromising and keep driving.
If you're hurt and have no car, we'll help you seek a rental from the insurance company. And we'll do it for no extra fee. Call Farah and Farah.
Hurricanes are unpredictable. Get protection you can count on with StormSmart. Locally manufactured, StormSmart has provided people with the ultimate protection since 1996. Are you ready? Call or go to stormsmart.com to schedule your free in-home consultation and experience our turnkey service.
Hi, it's David Jones for Connecticut. You know, a lot's been made about my wife's hair in the last couple of years and the great water, but we want to take time out to talk about the fantastic service technicians. Reliable, dependable, and they'll even work on any water system, even if it's not Connecticut. So give them a call today. They're amazing. I wonder what their secret is.
I have no idea.
Great water, great service.
Great hair.
Call or click today.
Live Sunday, CBS brings you the one night a year where everyone can experience the magic of Broadway. Cynthia Erivo hosts the Tony Awards, live Sunday on Wink TV, locally sponsored by Gulf Shore Life.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and clearer skin, I'm all in. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Come and get it, only at the Promenade at Bonita Bay. Explore dining, shopping, and exclusive events year-round. Visit promenadeshops.com for more.
Some things are just better at home, like picking out new floors. For a limited
If you think the time may be right to hire a financial advisor but don't know where to start, you are not alone. A YouGov poll shows last year just 27% of Americans used a professional for investment advice. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger shares some advice on choosing a financial planner. She says the first question to ask is whether the person is something called a fiduciary.
Fiduciary means that the professional has to put you and your interests above her interests or her firm's interests. If I'm a fiduciary, I have to tell you the cheapest, most efficient way for you to get that need covered. And when you have other types of advisors who are not held to fiduciary, the advice can be suitable, but not necessarily in your best interest.
She says the second question to ask is how do they get paid? There are three basic ways: a flat rate, a percentage of the portfolio's value, or a commission per transaction. There are several organizations that can help you start your search for an advisor, including the Certified Financial Planner Board of Standards. Another low-cost option is a robo-advisor. Many financial companies offer online platforms that will manage your money for you.
The highly anticipated Nintendo Switch 2 went on sale today. This is a store in Tokyo where gamers couldn't wait to get their hands on the Switch 2, but the rush to grab one was not easy. Nintendo used a competitive lottery system to level the playing field. The company says millions of people submitted applications. Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser told CBS News he's confident they'll keep up with the demand.
We have a steady supply of manufacturing that'll be coming in, and we believe we'll be able to meet that demand all the way through the summer, through Father's Day, and then on into the holiday period also.
And the Switch 2 boasts a larger and higher resolution screen than its predecessor, and it contains new social features to draw players into online gaming. It also comes with a hefty price tag of $450 without any video games included.
And people were lining up for days to get it. Well, it is an achievement that the whole town is celebrating. 8 years ago, Robbie Heil was a high school football team's hydration manager, but he suited up for the first time and scored a viral touchdown. Now the 25-year-old, who has Down syndrome, has graduated from the Novi Adult Transition Center. An audience of family and friends were there to cheer him on.
How much work did you put in? Did you put in a lot of work?
Lots. No, the world thinks he has a disadvantage, but he plowed through a lot of things to accomplish what he did.
Heil not only finished school, he also became an Eagle Scout, a champion power lifter, and he still finds time to run the flag onto the football field at games as well.
I mean, he said it. He put it into man of few words,
Yeah, he
lots.
works a lot.
Lots of work.
Worked really hard on that. Good for him. And he has so much support in the community, which is great to see as well.
Yeah, super proud of him. How amazing. Well, there's more at 4. Thieves do major damage to a safe in a jewelry store, and it's all caught on camera. The tool they use to deal the damage.
A new pathway to boost safety, connectivity, and recreation. Where it's going in your community.
The Hyundai Tucson.
Now for a limited time, get 2.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
My name is Roosevelt. I always thought that cigarette smoking just messed up your lungs. I never thought that at only 45 would give me a heart attack. I never thought that it would stop me from playing basketball with my kids. Never thought that it would give me a scar like this. And I never thought that it would change my life forever. My tip is, do your heart a favor and quit now.
Tobacco-Free Florida offers free nicotine replacement therapy to help start your quit journey. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now.
The only way to make healthcare better for the people of Florida is to keep solving, with health solutions that are more affordable and easier to access. And at Florida Blue, we want you to know how we're doing it, offering support at our Florida Blue centers to help you get the most out of your plan, making mental health appointments more available so you can be seen within a week, and creating low-cost plans with benefits you want and need. See health solutions that are making healthcare more affordable. Florida Blue, your health solutions partner.
When you sleep better, you feel better.
A personalized sleep environment will ensure your best night's rest, and you'll begin each day with a rejuvenated mind and body. Choosing the right mattress may seem stressful, but put those fears and yourself to rest. At Relax the Back, we conduct a sleep assessment to help you choose the best solution. Regardless of your budget, we can help you get your best night's sleep.
Come see us at Relax the Back. We're locally owned, and we're excited to meet you.
A truck weighs 20 times more than a typical car. These are big-time accidents. There's no such thing as a fender bender. So when you're involved in a trucking accident, these cases got to be handled much differently. At Farah & Farah, we have a whole department that handles nothing but trucking cases. They live and breathe it. If you get involved with a lawyer who doesn't really understand all the intricacies of handling a trucking accident, you're going to get run over by the other side. It doesn't get more fairer than that.
Looking to enhance your property with a new enclosure or modify your existing one? How about making sure your enclosure is storm ready? At Ace, we only use top quality products like Super Screen in our enclosure. Call Ace Screen Repair and More today for your free quote. Ace Screen Repair and More.
Air conditioners in need of repair? Call Crowther anytime. We respond, we schedule, we dispatch. Crowther.
Well, this week's drought index was released this morning, and you will notice quite an improvement across Southwest Florida. However, we do have some spots still in that extreme drought, but we still need a couple of inches of rainfall to help get rid of this drought across the board. So for the month of June, we are ahead of schedule when it comes to that rainfall in Fort Myers as well as in Punta Gorda. And take a look at Naples. We've seen more than 3 inches above average so far this month. However, this is why we're still seeing drought. We're behind 3-4 inches through Fort Myers, Punta Gorda, and Naples when it comes to our yearly rainfall totals. So once we get another 4 or 5 inches, we're looking to clear that drought. Now, as we look ahead to the next 7 days, we're not going to be seeing as much rainfall as what we have seen over the last 7 days. Instead, we could see about 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of accumulation across the board. And that's because our rainfall chances are going to be limited for the next couple of days. Exactly what we're seeing today. It has been really dry across Southwest Florida because of Saharan dust. And that Saharan dust is going to be sticking with us come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that really dries out our atmosphere, so it limits our rainfall. And that's going to be the case through the weekend. Once we head into next week, the upcoming work week, that dust will push out and we will see a bit more moisture returning, leading to scattered showers and storms for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But as of right now, nice and quiet here on Wink Live Doppler 3X, 3 times more accurate radar. Temperatures have been able to warm into the 90s because of the lack of rainfall for us today. 91 in Port of the Islands, 91 in Ave Maria, and 91 right now for Orange Tree. We are at 90 degrees in North Cape Coral, 87 in Bokeelia, and 88 in Gateway. Over in Lake Susie, 88 degrees, 89 in Punta Gorda, and 88 for Burnt Store Marina. As we look ahead to the rest of the day, we could have a couple of spot showers east of the interstates as we head into this evening. I think after the sun sets, we are going to be dry across the board. So most of us won't even see a drop of rain for today. Now, as we head into our Friday morning, dry start to our day under partly cloudy skies, seeing a bit of sunshine as we head into the lunch hour. Again, dry across Southwest Florida. Now, once we head into the 3-4 o'clock hour, that's when we could see some isolated showers and storms developing to the east of 75 and then working their way further to the east as we progress into the evening. A few showers and storms sticking with us as we head into the 7-8 o'clock hour, and then things fizzling quickly after the sun sets. So for tomorrow morning, temperature is going to be starting off low to mid 70s for most of us. Into the afternoon, temperatures will be warming into the low to mid 90s. So a bit warmer compared to what we have been experiencing as of late, because again, we will have a bit more sunshine and we will have very limited rainfall across the area. Temperatures will remain in the low to mid 90s for the rest of this week into the next week. And you will notice again, limited rainfall for the rest of this week into this weekend, and then better rainfall chances as we head into the work week.
And Nikki, thanks. We have an exciting opportunity for you to volunteer as a Wink Weather Watcher. You'll be the eyes and ears here in Southwest Florida in our community, no matter what type of weather is headed our way. If you're interested in this opportunity, the first training session takes place Wednesday night, June 18th from 5:30 to 7:30 at FSW inside of Building U. You can sign up online on our website, winknews.com. You can also read about what it takes to become a Wink Weather Watcher. We hope you'll join us.
Well, a high-stakes heated heist caught on camera in the heart of California's San Fernando Valley.
Burglars used blow torches to empty safes at a family-owned jewelry store. Wink News reporter tells us that it has some similarities to other heists in the area.
Security camera video capturing the moment 4 masked intruders break into Afghan lapis jewelry on Ventura Boulevard early Monday morning. They're heard giving one another commands in Spanish while crawling on the floor before making their way into another room.
They dug a hole from the store that's vacant next door, and they crawled all the way to the back door where the alarm system box was. That's one of them.
Amin Nasiri, the brother of the owner, says then, with a blowtorch in hand, the burglars sliced open 2 steel safes like tin cans, escaping with hundreds of thousands in valuables. The alarm system disarmed and the damage devastating.
The safe was cut open, both of them, and everything he had, everything he owned is gone.
Nasiri says he and his brothers opened up the shop more than 42 years ago. His brother had recently taken over. And days later, the smell of scorched metal still lingers in the very area where both safes are, serving as a stark and haunting reminder of how this family's future was stolen from them in the dead of night.
All fine jewelry, gold, diamond, other gemstone. He doesn't know what he's going to do next.
But it's not just Encino. A nearly identical break-in happening at a jewelry store just last week in Glendale, and another one happening nearly 2 weeks ago inside a Simi Valley jewelry shop. In both of these, similar tactics were used, breaking in through a neighboring wall, using a blowtorch, and the thieves, in these cases, making out with $2 million worth of jewelry. And back in April, another store in downtown LA hit in the same way. The owners saying they lost $20 million in jewelry. Police are looking into whether they're all connected.
Almost seems like a scene out of a movie that they're able to do that.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Insane.
It'd be great if they could get their money back, but we'll see. Well, the U.S. trade deficit dropped 55% in April. That's according to the Commerce Department, which calculates the difference between how much is spent on imports and how much is made on exports. The report says the deficit fell to $61.6 billion. It was $138 billion back in March. Trade experts say that less retailer spending after businesses rushed to stock up before the higher tariffs took effect caused the deficit.
Well, Hooters abruptly shuts down several locations just a few months after filing for bankruptcy. A spokesperson says certain locations were closed to help position the restaurant chain for the future. Now, they didn't release a list of specific locations, but reports suggest about 30 locations were closed in 7 states. Those states include Florida, Texas, and Michigan.
I'm Lois Tomei in the newsroom, and here's what we're working on for Wink News at 5. Another life lost after a car crashes into a canal. What witnesses are telling Wink News as the investigation continues. Plus, when it rains, it floods. What City Council is doing to bring a permanent solution to a soggy problem. And more than 700 days of hard work and dedication. How it's all paying off for a beloved island store. We'll have that story and more coming up at the top of the hour for Wink News at 5.
That great price. You probably don't get a ton of safety features. Whoa. That is a lot of cargo space. Might not be enough room for me. Okay, but with mileage this good, there's no way that it has any get up and
Get everything you love at a price you love. Right now, get 3.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2025 Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Kate, and we're Florida South Now.
We're your local team buying houses as is all over Florida.
We can help with whatever situation you're in.
We buy it all, from complete wrecks to homes in great condition.
Even mobile homes on land, duplexes, and small apartment buildings. Don't worry about repairs. We buy houses as is.
With no commissions and no closing costs.
We're here to help you.
We buy Florida houses as is for cash.
Call 239-990-8610.
That's 990-8610.
Live Sunday, CBS brings you the one night a year where everyone can experience the magic of Broadway. Cynthia Erivo hosts the Tony Awards, live Sunday on Wink TV. Locally sponsored by Gulf Shore Life.
In this economy, nobody wants to replace a roof. And with Roof Max, you don't have to. We'll tune up and rejuvenate your current roof for a fraction of the cost of a new one. Call now and we'll give you our $859 roof tune-up for free with your Roof Max treatment.
Feeling depressed that nothing looks good on you after your mastectomy? Rosebud's Mastectomy Salon is here to help. They have a large selection to choose from, and Medicare allows for 12 bras per year, a silicone form every 2 years, a leisure form every 6 months. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it turned into a butterfly. Rosebud's Mastectomy Salon. Believe, dance, and dream. Call to schedule your fitting today.
When someone's involved in an accident, people always look at how the accident happened. But the second component of your case is, after proving who's at fault, is what are the damages? I mean, if someone is at fault and you can't prove that you're injured, you don't have a claim. We take a lot of time in examining your medical records, talking to your doctors, to make sure that all of your complaints are properly documented and are being taken care of. It doesn't get more fairer than that.
La Mesa Rec Van's off-road RV flash.
Exciting news for Lehigh Acres. A new trail is coming to the area, one that could give residents a safer way to walk, bike, and get to schools and parks.
Wink News reporter Maria Regina Mendoza has more on this story.
Yolanda Herrera knows how hard it can be to get around Lehigh Acres.
It's always great to have alternative routes. You know, there are sometimes accidents or traffics, and also it could give the kids some independence to help them be able to walk to school.
Now, Lee County's working to make that a little easier.
The Able Canal project is a linear park that is going to run basically down Able Canal. It's going to interconnect Lehigh Acres Trailhead Park. It's going to run into Lehigh Acres Elementary School, and then it actually will end up in Harns Marsh.
The $10.2 million project is funded by the Florida Department of Transportation, local agency programs, and Lee County Parks and Recs. The Able Canal pathway will stretch 5.58 miles along the north side of the canal. Members of the community say they've been waiting a long time for this project. George Schmidt, who lives near the canal, says he's heard about it for years and is glad to finally see it happening.
We have a lot of older people around here that ride their bikes to get the exercise, so it'll give them somewhere else to ride besides just up and down the streets here.
And Trevor Snowley says it will be a big draw for people.
This project in particular is going to be able to connect a lot of the Lehigh Acres area without being or having to go out there on the major roadway.
Reporting in Lehigh Acres, Maria Regina Mendoza, Wink News.
Now, construction is expected to start this August, should be wrapped up by the spring of 2027. The whole project cost just over $10.2 million. Again, construction expected to start in August. I'm a big bicycle guy. I like riding, so more trails the better for me.
Yeah, I know Lehigh Acres community members are so happy.
I know a lot of people are going to need it. All right, Wink News continues in 90 seconds. We'll be right back with Wink News at 5.
Covering Southwest Florida, the team that's first, fair, everywhere. This is Wink News at 5.
Here's the rundown at 5. Preparations and anticipation. Naples police getting ready for this Saturday's Naples Pride Fest. Tonight, specifically what police are on the lookout for.
Plus, a woman has died after crashing into a Cape Coral canal. We hear from witnesses for the first time.
And addressing a soggy neighborhood's concerns over flooding, how effective the current drain systems are in Cape Coral.
And what a difference 24 hours makes. Yesterday at this time, scattered rain, thunderstorms. As of right now, wind Doppler confirming we are bone dry. So what happened? Where'd the rain go? That answer, the tropics, the 10-day, and we're talking drought concerns in a couple more minutes.
Preparations have started for Naples